Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Kenya Kwanza government, they are coming out to reject the failure of G2G arrangement that came the other day when William Samoei Ruto came out praising David Ndii, the economic advisor, Davis Chirchir, the cabinet minister of energy, and the other young man that was coming from EPRA. As what we are seeing today is that we received just the news the other time. And we were told that this G2G is terribly failing and William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza government is withdrawing from this deal. But as per the statement that I've seen that has just come out from the National Treasury and Economic Planning, they are telling us that the importation of petroleum through a government-to-government arrangement is one of the key measures that the government of Kenya initiated in early 2023 in order to avoid an economic shutdown due to supply of dividends that had earlier on been experienced in Kenya no longer existed with all backlogs cleared, which is a positive endorsement for the country to investors. In other words, the complaint here was about the dollar. And I remember very well when William Ruto came out saying that dollar was making them to purchase the petroleum product in a higher price. And because they never wanted any idea of where they find themselves, they're spending more buying with dollar, and they can have a G2G deal where they can buy the petroleum product with the Kenyan currency. And that is why you could see William Ruto coming out yelling, making noise around and saying that, oh, now we will not be buying these petroleum products with the dollar. We'll be buying the petroleum products with the Kenyan currency. And because I want you to listen to whatever the lawyer Otieno is coming out to say, you will realize something that is very crucial. And you will understand why William Ruto's economic advisor David Ndii was lying to him. Davis Chirchir was lying to him, because now they're telling us that they are not exiting the G2G government, but they are paving way for the private companies or individuals to do business to ensure that this petroleum product is going to be availed in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, before watching Lawyer Otieno coming out to explain for us, consider liking this video. When you like this video, you automatically support this channel. And if you're a visitor for the first time watching this channel, please consider subscribing. You like, you give your opinion at the comment section below, and don't forget to share this video. So listen to whatever Otieno is saying the legal team.
President Ruto stood up when he was launching the G2G, and he singularly mentioned 3 people for special recognition, and he said future generations will forever be indebted to them. My CS, Davis Chirchir, my economic advisor, David Ndii, and the young man from EPRA, for coming up with this very brilliant idea called G2G and ensuring that it is passed. And the full implementation of this project that these 3 brilliant gentlemen have come up with, our dollar will be the dollar will be retailing at 120 or even 115. That time it was 132. The pump price of fuel will come down. None of those two has happened. So just prima facie, even before you go now to the details of the mess, why it has failed. David Chirchir, David Ndii, the young man from EPRA, to the extent that the opposite of what the president hallowed to be a game changer to this country failed, they should take the immediate responsibility. So they first resigned. Then the second component, we go now into what was the mess? Why did it fail so spectacularly? Now that is the mess we are talking about. And as Prime Minister Odinga says, we should now be heading towards prosecution.
Okay.
It should be prosecution. We should not just say they resign and it ends there. This mess that has caused Kenyans pain, because when you are talking about economic pain to the people, the consequences of it is that individuals are at risk of losing their lives. People are losing their livelihoods. An economic pain is not something you say will feel pain today and next year will feel better. In between the pain and next year, there are life and death consequences.
Okay.
And people actually die. So an economic saboteur, like for me, these economic saboteurs, you don't have to wait for someone to die to say the right to life has been infringed. No. When there's a threat to that existence itself, that becomes a violation of the right to life.
Okay.
They have violated our rights to socio-economic development, and they violate our rights to life. To the extent that they forced us through an economic program that has led to unachievable costs of fuel in terms that we've never seen before. Even in his worst of years, Uhuru Kenyatta with his failures, fuel never crossed the 200 shillings mark. Here, we are now comfortably looking towards hitting 300 Kenya shillings per litre of fuel. Do you reward such a person? Or do you wait for substantiation? That person belongs to the gallows immediately. Don't have to wait.
So that is whatever Lawyer Tieno is coming out to say. And when you listen to him, these individuals that William Ruto was busy praising, they were literally throwing William Ruto into a hole. But William Ruto never saw this coming. And now for them to come out and write for us a lot of statement, long statement, trying to defend themselves that, oh, this is a misappropriation of information, that, oh, IMF never came out saying this and this. What we know, without any even further explanation, is that the truth of the matter is, you like it or not, the G2G of David Ndii and Davis Chirchir has failed. And there is nothing like achievement that these people can come out and tell people that these are the achievement. Tell me today, if KK regime is exiting that G2G deal, what is this that they have achieved that has lowered the prices of foodstuffs or petroleum products? In fact, the prices of fuel is still higher than the way Uhuru Kenyatta left it. So for you to come out to tell us that G2G was going to, of course, solve the issue of petroleum product issues or rather any other commodity, it was not true. And that is why the other time, these people came out bragging, they bragged and said that they were going to import edible oil, maize, rice, and any other commodity that was going to ensure that the prices of commodity is going to be lowered. But for as we speak, it was a kind of scandal. You saw it, even the media coming out to report about it. So for me, this is just a blunder that William Ruto gave into. He could have not come out to accept this because literally it was going to fail. And this also made even Uganda to come out suspending their partnership with Kenya when it comes to the petroleum business or petroleum deal. And Uganda decided that now we are going to have our own partners. So the clear indication here, let me say that it will take time people to realize that these people are lying to us. Rather, you Kenyans take time today and now listen to their lies and you will understand that these people are lying to us. So hakuna chochote ambaye hao watu wamenufaisha nayo hii G2G yao. G2G was just a word and a language. But the truth of the matter is, I don't think if it is necessary for them to come out and count for us that they are not exiting, so now they are leaving it to private sector or companies to deal with that program. So I think the Kenya Kwanza has failed, and the momentum of them coming out to tell Kenyans other issues are not there. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think?